I'm still here, pushing triple digits on the interstate, and this escape headed back to the city late. No matter how many instances, I still get amazed, thinking about the million different ways I get to give him praise. To penetrate the culture, use the gifts he gave, to disseminate the message like the ticker tape.
And we know now that he will have almost unfettered power. And so I worry, not about myself, actually. I don't.
She said, we worry now that he will have unfettered power. First of all, some of y'all see me looking up and down. I'm talking to more than one camera in here. But let me say this. Did Trump win? He won, right?
Pretty sure he did.
He won the Electoral College and he won the popular vote, right? Did we win the Senate? We won the Senate, right? Did we win the House? That means unfettered power. That what you talking about, ho? When you win everything that there is to possibly win, that means you have complete power. Sit your ass down and shut up, because now we got adults in the room that's going to run shit and run shit right. Joseph Robinette Biden and Kamala Harris have perpetuated and instigated this whole situation over in the Ukraine. And Putin came out and made it very clear that if the United States, via Ukraine, fires missiles and drones into the interior of Russia, he will consider that an act of aggression, an act of war, and that would then give him the freedom and the ability to use nuclear weapons as he sees fit. Now, this has all been perpetuated by Joseph Robinette Biden and Kamala Devi Harris. Do y'all realize that they're rolling the dice with your future? And since Trump won the election, they signed off on this type of activity towards Putin. So what happens, boys and girls, if Putin drops a single bomb, and in return, we drop a single bomb? And then, as they theorize, there's a pause in the action. Do you know how many millions of Americans will die? Not just initially from the initial explosion, but over time from the effects of radiation, etc. This ain't no game. Your little bubblegum chewing lives on your little phones and devices all the time, that's over with.
Better than fuck.
It's over with. And for those that survive, you're going to live under a different set of laws, rules, and regulations because of what took place. America would not be the same. We'll have a whole area, a whole region within this country that you can't even travel to freely as a result of that nuclear bomb being detonated. Imagine having an eighth, a quarter of the country cut off to the rest of us because of nuclear fallout and contamination and etc. This is what adults in the room do. We think this shit out so that we can prevent this. You all get emotional and all in your little fucking feelings, and you want to run out and vote because you want your abortion. Is an abortion more important than not having a fucking nuclear bomb dropped on your fucking head, killing millions of people, you stupid monkeys? No, it's not.
I worry about the working class. I worry about my mother, a retired teacher. I worry about our elderly and their Social Security and their.
No, you don't.
This whole done lost her mind. This whole done lost her mind. First of all, let's go to the working class.
You a millionaire, bitch. You ain't worried about none of that shit.
But wait,
all that shit's covered.
How can you say, listen to this, how can you say you worry about the working class when you are a part of the party, i.e. the Democrat Party, that is against school vouchers and school choice? How do we even get into the working class? And how do we get into the upper echelons of the working class and even the class of people that are entrepreneurial if we don't first get a good education? And we happen to know that the best education to be gotten in the United States of America is at these private schools, where her party is against the school vouchers and the school choice that allows, in particular, you poor black kids and you poor white kids in Appalachia. Her party is against the school vouchers that would allow you to go to these schools that you otherwise could not afford. Now, my party, the Republican Party, that they say is against the working class and against blacks, et cetera, we have already advocated for and approved school vouchers all across this nation. And that's why you have such a high number of young black males and females going to private school, in particular in the urban core, as opposed to having to be pushed into these felon urban core public school districts. It's because of the Republican Party. And I'm going to take you one step further because, see, I got receipts for my shit. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Look up, dummies, Zellman versus Simmons Harris. That was a Supreme Court case that came out of Cleveland, Ohio. Simmons Harris is the black female that was against the school vouchers. And the white liberals put her up to that and financed and funded that whole thing to use a black female, a black face, to kill and destroy black education by suppressing and destroying school vouchers for the poor black kids in the urban cores of Ohio. I keep it real. Look it up. That's a receipt. Get your little fingers to Googling. That's a receipt. Check it out. Republicans allow these school vouchers, and that's why you have black kids going to these parochial and private schools in the urban core, because Republicans signed off on it. Now, if I was a racist, the last thing I would want to do is educate these little black niggers, because they call them niggers, okay? So wait, Jimmy. As a racist, okay, I'll do you one better. The slave master, hold on. Is there anything more racist than the slave master in the early America?
Shit, no.
He whipped you, he beat you, he sexually exploited you, he did all these horrible things. The number one rule of the slave master: don't teach these little niggas to read. Keep them ignorant and stupid. Yep. Now, why is the Democrat Party advocating for not allowing you to access these school vouchers and to have school choice to go to these private elite schools, even though you can't afford it? Isn't that the behavior of the slave master? Let's keep them dumb. Let's keep them uneducated. Now, hold on. The abolitionists, wait a minute, because let me do this, then I'll go to you. The abolitionists, and the most important abolitionist in American history, that's Frederick Douglass back there on the wall, okay? He's the most important abolitionist. He's the actual creator of the civil rights movement in America, and one of the first things he advocated for was school choice, because he knew that was the most expeditious way for these former slaves to rise up in this society. And he said that he is a dyed in the wool Republican, and he will never be anything other than that. He didn't want anything to do with the Democrat Party, because he recognized even back then that the Democrat Party was the party of racism, and they continue to be. And I've laid that out masterfully with everything that I've revealed to you so far tonight.